That's right. It's time to come get some.
That's way too intense for Bill Belichick. What's up, Pats pals, party people, Foxborough friends, football freaks, and gridiron geeks? We are here tonight to help you make some money off of your intense football addiction. It's a 2021 NFL overs and unders Wicked Pissa edition of Fitzy and Friends with Fitzy and Dakota. Let's get this party started with some generic credits and music. Hit it, computer. And as Coach would always say, we're on to the program. How you doing, everybody? Your old pal, Nick Fitzy Stevens, here tonight on Fitzy and Friends. This is the 2021 NFL Overs and Unders, Wins, Losses, and Total Prediction Show. We're going to be joined by my buddy from Swing Juice and FantasySpin.com, Steve Dakota Happis, a.k.a. Dakota from Braintree, a.k.a. Dakota with the Landline, a Boston sports radio legend. In just moments, shout out before we provide the thrills. Let's pay some bills. Tonight's sponsors, of course, Canadips, my number one source for preventing fangxiety, the anxiety you feel as a football fan. 10 milligrams of CBD in every pouch, all natural, delicious flavors. Canadips.com. And, of course, as you can see on the beautiful banner, look at all this production value, guys, that we're bringing you on this kickoff night 2021. A distraction preventing you from freaking out about Tom Brady coming out in a Buccaneers uniform and defending his Super Bowl championship. Of course, we're brought to you by UnderdogFantasy.com. You have just a couple days left to join. Promo code Fitzy, $10 deposit, get you $25. You can play some best ball, some pick 'em, all sorts of fun games, single games, Sunday action, and so much more. So please do your old pal Fitzy a favor and join up. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code Fitzy for the free 25. All right. Let's bring our guy in right now. Actually, hold on. Look at this. He's trying to even make himself look like a big timer, like a baller, like the wolf of Wall Street in Braintree. Joining us right now on the line, literally,
Big O,
Dakota from Braintree.
Big O.
He still has a landline. No, I'm sorry. Big O is gone, my friend. The Big O is gone. What's up, Dakota?
What's happening?
You're going to make my frequent collaborator, guest and partner in crime on these live streams. Dakota, are you going to help the people make some money tonight or what?
I'm going to try. So because if I help them make money, that means I made money for myself, which in turn, everybody wins.
Here we go. All right. We already have some comments. How about this? Here we go. Look at this. You people are the absolute best. One of my favorites, Elvis Gold Chains. Here we go. Roll, Pats, go. I think that might have to be our new mantra, considering the impact that Christian Barmore and QB1 Michael McCorkle, Mac Jones are going to have on the team. I am all about that. Johnny C, Johnny G, what up, Fitz? What's up, Johnny? How you doing? I love that avatar, Captain Crunch. That's what's up. Shane Roy, what up, homie? What up, Shane? Daniel's down in Tampa Bay. Greetings from Tampa. Go Pats. That's how you're supposed to greet us when you're coming down from the new City of Champions in Tampa Bay. Things are looking good. And first question of the night, what up, Fitzy? Are you as excited for opening night as I am? Dakota, knowing that Patriots don't play for almost another 3 full days, and yet we have to watch the nightmare-inducing vomit machine that is Tom Brady in the freaking pewter and maroon red goldish coming out tonight, defending Super Bowl champion with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is your excitement muted for kickoff? Are you just happy to welcome back football? Where are you at, kid?
I'm like, kind of like I was last year when Brady played. It's kind of like Pat's Day. This is like on the golf course after your first ball goes like out of bounds and you get the re-tee and hit another one. This is player B. This is like the alternate shot in golf or whatever, and you mulligan. So every Brady game is still our mulligan where we get to play 2 balls off the tee.
Well, so my super nerdy partial dad joke in the latest edition of Shit Pats Fans Say was Mac Jones. If you're a deep diving comic book nerd, mine was Mac Jones is the variant in the Tom Brady timeline in the Foxborough multiverse.
I love that. I love it.
I thought that was pretty next level. Shout out to my buddy Georgie Kipp. Love you, GK, for partnering up with me on that one. But okay, so Tom Brady is basically our breakfast ball. Is that what you're saying? Is Tom Brady the free 9 that they let you play when you come in at like 5:30 and they're like, we're closing at 6?
Well, normally, since the Patriots haven't played yet, this is not the breakfast ball because the breakfast ball would come second. So this is probably like the free bucket you get at Granite Links when you play a round up there and you get to hit some balls off the tee to get ready for your first round of the year. That's what I kind of liken it to. So I was just as excited waking up this morning. I was even so excited for this NFL season in general. I've never bought a game jersey in my life, Fitzy. I don't even own a New England Patriot game jersey.
Are you kidding?
I'm dead serious. I am that guy that's never bought a game shirt. I bought a Murray game shirt on Fanatics because my biggest bet of the year in the totals, which some of you guys already know as a preview because it's going to be no mystery. I'm going with the Cardinals over 8.5. And
that's because of your Zaven Collins crush. You shameless homer.
So right.
You insufferable bitch. I cannot believe that you're already just announcing. First of all, you're leading with your pick of the year, wearing the jersey of a man who you probably see eye to eye with because you're both 5'8" in heels on a dance floor. Are you shitting me?
Yes. Fitzy, you are 100% right. My love for Zaven Collins has carried over to Arizona, and I started looking at that team and looking at what they did last year. And then Kyler Murray got hurt. He played with a bad shoulder, and if he didn't, I think Arizona makes the playoffs. The number's 8.5. So I went for $20,000 on the over.
Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
It's my biggest bet ever in anything that I've ever done.
Hold on one second. You're already getting some slander on the chat line. Jonathan Matthews watching on Facebook right now. This guy never bought a game shirt and you let him on your show. Yeah, when the man buys a game jersey, Jonathan, and he drops $20K cool on the Cardinals over, which by the way is one of the first ones we're going to get to because I'm starting with the DraftKings over under total right here, and they begin in the NFC West. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I'm taking the under.
Holy shit. That's a great way to kick things off.
Oh, man. So
that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
here you go. All right. Well, hold on one second. Wayne, Fitzy, are you in Tampa for the game or in your basement? This is my office studio fan cave under construction. We're trying to get it a little more decorated, as you guys can see. I got a couple things back there. Haven't hung them yet. There's a lot still to come. I was in Tampa for the Super Bowl, and it still hurts in the most melancholy part of my soul having watched Tom Brady win a Super Bowl for somebody else, not named the Patriots. Thank you very much for the question, Wayne. Okay, here we go. Let's get right to it. Let's start with these over-unders. I have some very strong feelings on several of them. I'm gonna need a proxy to make some bets for me before Sunday, or I'm just gonna have to cross the state line to play some bets, Dakota. But we begin.
I drove to New Hampshire last week, loaded my account, and bet my futures.
And by the way, since I spend my time between Cape Cod, Boston, and Connecticut, can we please just get the two most populous states of New England to get on the fucking board and pass this already? I understand in Connecticut it's probably because of Foxwoods and Mohegan, but still that's ridiculous because you should just like they said in Total Recall, Cohagen, let the people have their air. Come on, we're grown adults. Let us piss away our disposable income the way we want to. You give us dispensaries. You give us adult beverages, but we can't place a little $10 bet on a win total on DraftKings or FanDuel or Underdog Fantasy, my sponsor. And in Massachusetts, stop it. Come on. I mean, this just doesn't. Come on, Charlie. Let's go already, right? Come on, King Baker. Are you with me? Are you with me, or Dakota, or what?
Hey, listen. I went up to New Hampshire, put my money there, and whatever revenue they generated in tax dollars for me placing the bet all went to the live free or die state. And the potholes still in Massachusetts will not get fixed because they don't allow them.
Why is it such a smooth ride up to New Hampshire? Not just because you're going to be getting fireworks, discount cigarettes, cheaper handles of booze, and being able to bet. It's because that infrastructure money is going to the Granite State. By the way, my new proxy has volunteered in the chat line. Fitzy, I live 5 minutes from DraftKings in Manchester. I'll hook you up. Shane Roy, I'm cutting you in. I'll DM you 10%. That's yours if we win anything this season.
Got it.
All right.
So
Let's get going with these DraftKings line, guy. All right, because we got football in just over 1 hour's time. These are your DraftKings lines for the 2021 win totals for NFL teams. We're not going to do all 32. If you have one in particular you guys want to shout out in the chat line, give us a shout, and we'll see if we can get to you. Obviously, we'll cover the Patriots, some of their rivals, and a few others. But we begin with the Arizona Cardinals. DraftKings has them at an over-under win total of 8.5 games, plus 150 for the playoffs, division plus 650. Give me a break on that. Dakota, you told us to start this off. You dropped 20 cool, 20 clear, 20 clean, 20 fresh on Arizona winning more than 8.5 games. How and why?
So, for one, my love for Zavon Collins, obviously, as we stated, infected my mind. So that gave me a look in to the rest of that Arizona team. And when I looked at what they have on offense and how they improved themselves on defense, even they know they lost Malcolm Butler to retirement, Arizona, even though they're in the toughest division, and that's everything that I heard. And if you look at the odds to win that division, they're
sick. That's the toughest division in football by a country mile.
But here's the thing. I don't have any faith in San Francisco. I think Seattle's taken a step back. And the Rams.
Me too.
And the Rams had Stafford, which the Rams are probably the best team in that division. And I think Arizona can rival the Rams. And you know what? I just think Kyler Murray, his third season, the guy's a stud. Like I said, he had a hurt shoulder the second part of last year, and that caused him not to be able to throw, not to be able to run. And I think a healthy Arizona Cardinals team not only gets over the 8.5, but they get in the playoffs. In Fitzy, I threw some extra change. I got 500 to win on them in the Super Bowl at plus 5,000 and 500 to win the NFC. So if those two cash, I think it's 25,000 if they hit the Super Bowl for the 500 and 11,000 if they win the NFC Championship.
I have no idea how many of the finest martinis you drank at your Davio's dinner before the live stream, but boy, you must be drunk, high, and both. You are out of your mind. Are you? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Tampa has all 22. That's not access to like the game film. That's everybody on offense and defense returning. They're only going to get better this season. And it's the second year of Brady without a leg brace after he got his knee surgery in the system. You've got Aaron Rodgers on his finale, his FU mission on the way out of Green Bay. You've got, forget the NFC at least. That's a joke parade with football teams. You've got, I don't even think New Orleans is going to be that great. You got the Rams with Stafford possibly going after 6,000 yards this season. I too think Seattle's going to stink. San Francisco, come on now. They'll still be good. The defense is returning. They can run all day. They got good receivers. Kittle is healthy. I mean, squeaking, like that's going to be, if they get to 9, they are going to squeak that out, and you will find new parts of your body to sweat through when they are 8-8 in week 18.
Hey, not only that is, I already told my girlfriend that as soon as they get to 8, we're going to travel to wherever Arizona wins so I can be in the stadium when they win their 9th game.
Oh my God, I've never wanted to see a game that I will not give a shit about more in my life. The rest of the NFC West, Seahawks 10. I'm taking the under on that. I think they're going to. I actually think they're going to be like 7. I'm with the people that are betting on them being kind of shitty. Like I don't know why. This might be Russell Wilson's like first legitimate losing season. Bad defense, okay offensive line. You got DK Metcalf and Chris Carson that are workout freaks, but I'm taking the under there. The Rams 10.5 over, and the San Francisco 49ers at 10.5. How you feeling?
I'm fading them. I just look at, if I like Arizona and I obviously think they're going to win 9 or more games, that means that division isn't going to be that great. I mean, they might be battle tested, but San Francisco and Seattle probably have to both go under the number, and then the Rams, Arizona go over. You can't have everybody go over in that same division. So I'm kind of fading San Fran a little as well. So I would go under San Fran and under Seattle.
One of our viewers on YouTube Live, Johnny C, wants you to know he will be sweating nose hairs for you on the Kyler Murray Arizona bet over 8.5 wins on the season. All right, let's go to the NFC East real quick. Your Cowboys, tonight's competitor against Tampa Bay in the NFL kickoff 2021. Their over-under is a shocking high of 9.
Yeah, I can't understand it. The other big bet that I made, and by the way, since I bought my first Arizona game jersey, I looked at that division and I said, you know what? the best team is actually plus 200. They're not the Dallas Cowboys. They're the Washington. Can I say Redskins still?
Football team. Whiffed.
Football.
We say woofed.
Woof. Okay.
Washington football team.
The Washington football team was plus 200, and in some spots you can get them at plus 250 to win that division. Let's just say that I'm wrong. I think we would both agree that it's
plus 250 to win that division. That's a nice bet.
It's down to plus 200. I bet $8,000 on Washington plus the 200. You know why, Fitzy? Because if you looked at Rivera in the second half of the season last year, they went on a winning tear, and then they played Tampa Bay in the playoffs with Tyler Hanke, okay? And they could have beaten that team. Their defense is going to be better. They got Ryan Fitzmagic, who was leading the Miami Dolphins through the playoffs last year until they started to mess with them. So to me, they got Curtis Samuel back from old Carolina, reunited with Rivera. I love Washington in that division. I also, as a side bet, played 500 on them to win the NFC Championship and 500 on the Super Bowl, almost getting the same big odds I got on Arizona. So we got 8,000 plus 200 on Washington to win that division. And I went on Fanatics to buy a game jersey. I couldn't find a real game jersey. They sold out. So you know what I did? I went to buy
a Chase Young t-shirt. Look at you.
I know, but guess what happened?
What?
They gave me a female t-shirt.
That'll be a perfect fit for you. You're tiny. That's
so anyway, the two biggest things. That's going to go up on the wall, but my girlfriend said she wants to wear it. But anyways, I've got Washington to win that division. I could care less about anybody else in that division. Dallas better get smoked tonight because they'll be 0-1, and Washington will be that step closer to winning that division.
I know. The line tonight went up to 8.5. That's a full Fellini right there for all of you cinema nerds like myself. That's a big spread to bet. But at the same time, like, who among us doesn't think that with a very healthy Tampa, Tom Brady under the national spotlight, plenty of time to practice, one of the second fully vaccinated team, and the best offensive guard in football, and Zach Martin out for Dallas, and Dakota, the other Dakota involved in NFL action, Dakota Prescott, banged up with his shoulder and his ankle. Like, I don't know. I'm taking Tampa in that game tonight. You got a lot of love for that Washington bet, not for the Arizona bet. Daniel watching live on YouTube. Washington wins that division, that D-line and the better weapons. Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas, Montez Sweat, Chase Young, Fitzmagic is feeling. Oh, and also, by the way, good point. Also, Daniel, Curtis Samuel on Washington.
Carolina Panthers.
Right. All right. The last one in the NFC least real quick. If you guys want free money, like literally, if you want to like drive up to my house and give me a small amount of money and have me give you a larger sum, this isn't how it works here at my place. But in general, the New York Giants over under 7. Are you shitting me on Sunday? Over under 7. That team, they'll be lucky if they win 5 with that offensive line. The defense is pretty good. They don't know how to, like, Kenny Golladay is injured. Who knows what you got at Saquon? They might get to 6 so you could have your Montez Sweat out of your nose hairs again. Definitely bang the under on the Giants.
Yeah. To me, like in that division, they can all be under 500. So I think that Giants may be a toss-up because if Dallas is bad and Philly's bad, maybe the Giants end up beating up on the sisters of the poor. Anyways, I'll fade everybody except the Wolf team in that division.
Woofed. Twift, as some like to say. Ghost Wolf, Washington is tough as nails. Good football team. And I agree with that idea. Like, they played Tampa Bay toughest in the postseason last year, and that was with Taylor Heineken as well. All right, let's go to the NFC Central.
Do you like my plus 200 bet for 8G?
Absolutely. That's probably the most money in the bank you got so far. All right, we're in the NFC Central. Yeah, the Green Bay Packers. Packers are only an over under a 10. Dakota from Braintree. Yeah, with the swing juice. What do you think there? Do you think Aaron Rodgers in his final season before he puts an ice pick in my junk, do you think he can actually win more than 10 games? I'll hang up and listen. Thanks so much.
Most likely I could care less for Green Bay. But, they won 13 games last year. They weren't that good. They made some minor improvements. Aaron Rodgers.
I think they go over. I still think Green Bay makes the NFC Championship this year. They're also one of my picks for the Super Bowl because I think Aaron Rodgers goes out in a blaze of glory this season with Devontae Parker in their last ride. Not Devontae Parker, with Devontae Adams. Minnesota's at 9. It's a tough one. That's a pretty good one. The Bears. Okay. Lions. All right. Bears are 7.5. Lions are 4.5. Tell me which one of those two you would put action on.
How come they don't change the name of the Packers or the Vikings to Tigers? So we could have Lions, Tigers, and Bears, oh my, in that division. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. Lions winning. You got to go under on the Lions. That seems like easy money. I'm sorry. I don't care how much. I don't care how many kneecaps Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions bite. That team sucks.
Especially if they maybe have a potential issue with Swift. Did you see what happened today with the news?
No, I saw. We'll get to the AFC North in just a little bit, but where there was a terrible thing today with a lead running back in Baltimore.
No,
what happened with Swift?
So someone said that he might have been involved in a murder. Did you see this?
I'm not supposed to laugh, but no.
Yes, like right now.
Was it the murder of someone's fantasy team?
I don't know. Actually, he cost me last year. He dropped that. I think he fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line on opening day, or dropped.
Is this where I'm supposed to do a PSA and say murder isn't funny, kids? Please don't, do anything.
Probably.
I mean, come on.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't looked. All I saw was the headlines earlier today about Swift. Who knows if it's legit or not? They said he's not being investigated, but I think he was maybe knows about it or something.
God, that's awful.
I don't know what you're going to do at Detroit. At least they don't have Patricia up there, so maybe less is more, addition by subtraction. But
I'm going under 4.5. I think their best receivers, Amon St. Ron, Terrell Williams, DeAndre Swift has this controversy. They got Jared Goff, who the Rams were so excited to get out from under. They paid them to get Stafford to get out of there. Okay, NFC South, real quick. Tampa Bay 12. Cute number. What do you think? Over under?
Come crash and burn, Tampa. Crash and burn.
Really? You'd fade that?
Let me tell you something, okay? I have every faith in Tom Brady, but I don't have any faith in the other players in that team to know how to come back from a championship year, okay? So I think they win tonight, and Tom Brady gets disgruntled with the rest of the team because they won the Super Bowl last year, and he's going to realize that, you know what? The Patriot way, a lot of guys that he used to play with, where they do the same things every year to go back and repeat. I have no faith in Tampa Bay doing anything to go over that number. And everybody's talking about 17-0. They might lose tonight. I hope they don't. Trust me, because I need Dallas to lose.
Right.
But it's going to be something to squash the 17-0 when they're 9.5-point favorites, 9 favorites, the biggest favorite on the board in week 1. And Dallas goes into your house on the curtain, the flag, the championship banner day, whatever you call it, and they lose. I'm fading Tampa Bay, but not enough to put my money on it. But
just not enough to put your money on. I know, banner drop on pirate ship in the end zone stadium night. Ugh.
Yeah,
I got to tell you, like, if Dallas, I know the worst thing Dallas has going for it, it's not having Zach Martin out tonight. It's not having a fair to Midland defense. It's having Mike McCarthy, that hamburger of a human, as their head coach. He is such a dunce. Because like Prescott is good. They're like Jarwin and Schultz as tight ends. They're good. They have 2 good running backs. They have 3 incredible wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb is going to be the new Jerry Rice, according to everybody that I follow on Twitter.
Terrible.
And Amari Cooper is like the most underrated number 2 receiver in football. They can score with anybody.
Terrible coach.
Terrible coach. In the NFC South, all right, pick one between the two. Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons, they both have over-unders of 7.5.
Oh, go over Atlanta. Atlanta's a sleeper, okay? Atlanta.
I like this.
Atlanta is a sleeper. I almost bet that over. I did, but you know what? You only can have so much money to bet for a futures to tie stuff up, because if it's a rainy day, I need money. I need to access it. So I couldn't bet everything I like, but I do like Atlanta to go over the number.
I do too. I think Calvin Ridley's going to be a top 5 receiver. Kyle Pitts is going to blow people away at the rookie tight end. Mike Davis, dude, that guy, Quadzilla, he's going to be a great running back. They'll score with everybody. So even if they finish 8-9 or 9-8 with Arthur Smith, the former offensive coordinator from the Titans, calling the shots down there in Atlanta now, like, absolutely, they'll be in every game this season. They'll be a thrill, and they'll give the Patriots all they can handle on Thursday Night Football coming up soon.
Yeah, look, let me tell you something about Atlanta, okay?
Yep.
They were 4-12 last year. And one of the things that I look at when I'm looking at futures, their differential for points. What would you guess the Atlanta Falcons were in point differential last year? And they were 4-12.
I'm going to guess it was only something around like 4 points a game. So I'm going to say like 67 or 71.
Not even close. 18-point differential. That's
You're
it.
you're shitting me.
They were negative 18 differential. They'd score 397, let up 414. For a 4-12 team, that tells you something about the Atlanta Falcons. That's why I like the over. I didn't bet them, but I like the over 7, that number there for that reason.
Wow, that is badass. Oh, here we go. Yep. Thank you so much. Hashtag AMC to the moon. Just watch Brady take the field. It still hurts. Yes, it does.
Almost time.
Yes, it does. All right, we're in the AFC now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's start off with, according to these are once again the DraftKings over-unders win total for 2021. All right, we're in the AFC North. Who shall be the kings of the North? Your Baltimore Ravens coming in at 11 games, Dakota.
Yeah.
They've already lost their starting running back in J.K. Dobbins.
Yep.
And today, word came out that Marcus Peters, number 2 cornerback, and the new number 1 running back, Gus Edwards, probably both went down with season-ending knee injuries. The over-under total is 11. I hope you didn't place your bet because I know I got feelings. Where are you at?
So I didn't do anything with the Ravens. I think that's a tough number. I'm not sure how Pittsburgh is going to do this year. Their defense is phenomenal, though, so that's the wild card. And, they have some receivers. So I actually like Pittsburgh in that division, but there is one team that everybody in the universe should fade, and that's the Cleveland Browns.
Nope, that's it. You're out. That's it. I'm done.
No, Fitzy, they were 11.
All right, go ahead. Tell me why, because I have Cleveland, spoiler alert, in the AFC Championship. Hit me.
Let me tell you something, okay? You like the stat I gave you with the Atlanta Falcons only winning 4 games, having less 18 points?
Yep.
Cleveland was 11-5. They had a negative 11-point differential. How do you do that going 11-5?
It's a great question.
How do you do that?
That's a great question.
Less points than you give up and go 11-5. And I know there's anomalies out there and there's blowouts this way, but that's saying something. This is over a full season, and it's not precise, but you can't be a negative 11 going 11-5. So I don't know what it is. I think Cleveland has plenty of talent, but there's something under the covers there that the stats are telling you, and why I don't trust Cleveland Browns this year.
You better watch out in Dakota's Dutch ovens when you look under the covers, because be careful what you wish for, my guy. You know that. Us dads out there. Hold on. All right, so you got a lot of feelings when you like Dakota talking AFC North. Usually I think it's the Patriots that prompt the chat. All right, here we go. So we got Chris Sharrock saying under on Baltimore. Now you got Daniel watching on YouTube still. Cleveland, my Super Bowl pick with Green Bay. Dude, that's my Super Bowl. Daniel, what up? High five, man. Way to go, buddy. Mark Adams. He's watching live on Facebook right now. Under all day long with Balmer. Okay, here we go. We got Brian Valancourt got confirmation from Max Keller. Baltimore's going to fall off a cliff. And by the way, and for no other reason, David Tressel is super excited because I have a back to school poster behind me right now. Hey, Derek, get up. You look like the poster boy for birth control.
And for those that are looking for a sleeper quarterback in fantasy, do you know who I took as my first quarterback?
Ooh, talk to me.
Joe Burrow. Okay.
With that surgically repaired $6 million man knee, dude, you love risk. No wonder why. Like, you are a win big, risk big, lose big type. I don't have your plums. I don't have your stones. You've got Bill Belichick sized brass footballs that should be delivered or brought someplace in a dump truck or with extra strong underpants. I just don't have it, man. God bless you, because I play it safe. But that's how if you want to win big, you got to risk it big, right?
I always go against the grain. Sometimes you look stupid and sometimes you look right. But Joe Burrows, to me, if he didn't get hurt, he's going to put up big offensive numbers. They've got receivers up the yin yang there. They're gonna be behind the whole time. So he's going to have to put up big numbers. So to me, I think Joe Burrow is going to put up tons of fantasy points this year, and he'd be one of my top picks for value.
David Tressel loves your pronunciation. Joe Burrow kid.
Hey,
yeah, and you're saying, like, if he didn't get hurt. Yeah, and if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. So good luck with that. Real quick, in the AFC North, Pittsburgh Steelers over under 8.5. I'm taking the over.
Yeah,
they have too many good receivers. It's the Roethlisberger farewell, the swan song for Big Ben. TJ Watt got his deal done. They have the best safety in football in Minka Fitzpatrick. They'll win 9 games easily, maybe 10, especially now that we know Baltimore is going to have an issue running the ball because it's Le'Veon Bell and Tyson Williams or whoever the hell it is. As much as I respect the game and LaMarvelous, I just don't see it. All right, moving to the AFC West.
Right along.
Okay, that's cool, but who are the chefs? The Chiefs, 12.5. What do you got?
I mean, they won 14 games last year. I don't know how they're going to probably win 13 or 14 games this year. Mahomes is just too good. And I don't trust Denver, the Chargers, or the Raiders. So he's going to have some easy wins. When they talk about like the NFC East, I think the NFC West is just as bad. They just have a Kansas City team that's great. So, I don't trust anybody other than Kansas City in that division.
Okay, so over 12.5. You think like reconfigured offensive line, defense is about the same. My main concern is this. If, given that, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is good, Damian Williams has moved on to Chicago. Great sneaky pickup in terms of a handcuff running back, by the way, guys. They're relying so much on Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. You're talking Mecole Hardman, Byron Pringle as the backups.
Yeah.
Like
those guys, listen, when you have a Hall of Famer to be Patrick Mahomes.
A generational talent, yes.
Yes, he's going
to. A superstar.
You saw what Brady did with the likes of, God rest in peace, David Patton and the rest of that crew, okay? Elite quarterbacks can throw to anybody. And Kansas City has drafted speed up the yin-yang. And you're not going to be able to cover Pringle and Hardman and Hill and Kelce. So, to me, I don't have to worry about Kansas City.
I don't know. People are in on the Chargers. The Raiders will be like, they don't have a defense to speak of. They're the Raiders. They have a DJ and a party and a club in the end zone, but not much else to speak
by
of.
the way, the Raiders were 8-8 last year, right? Mm-hmm. Minus 44 on the point differential.
All right, what's the point? Okay, 8.5 over under total on the Broncos in a 17-game season. Bet the up over. Big time.
Not even close.
This is the best. It's the come on now, guy. That's the best wide receiver group in the NFL. Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick, Noah Fant, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon. They have speed to spare. I would be picking the Patriots at 17-0 if Mac Jones was their quarterback.
Melvin Gordon, what are you, 4 years ago? Trying to find that great running back, and Melvin Gordon is Melvin Gordon. He's never going to be Melvin Gordon. Okay, if that even makes any sense. So I'll have a side bet with you, so we don't have to drive north of the border.
Go for it.
Okay,
let's do it right now.
I'll take the under 8.5 on your Denver pick. And you've got the over 8.5.
All right. What's the vig? What are we doing?
Davio's dinner.
Done.
All right.
Done. It's proof right now. It's recorded on multiple streams. I will crash all of them just like I will your Bitcoin currency if the Broncos don't win 8.5 games. They're going over. Fine. Davio's dinner. Done deal. Done deal. Done. Please. And thank you very much. Yes, over for Denver. Thank you very much.
No, he said Denver's over. They're over.
Yes.
They're done. That's what he said.
All right, here we go. According to DraftKings, next up, the AFC East. Here's two easy bets right here. The easiest one, Buffalo Bills at 11 games, won over under Dakota. Where are you at?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how they don't win 11 games. I think you're going to at least push that bet at worst. I can't see them only winning 10. So I think you're either breaking even at 11 or you're winning that much.
What were they, 12-4 last year?
13-3.
13. Okay. So with one more game and better offensive weaponry with Gabriel Davis advancing another year, now signing Emmanuel Sanders, that's a great 1-2-3. Josh Allen, honestly, far be it from me to want to pay Buffalo any respect aside from having survived as a major metropolis for a couple of decades. They're all that's an awesome offense, and Brian Daboll might be the best offensive coordinator in the NFL outside of Bieniemy and McDaniels and Leftwich. Come on now, they're going to win more than 11 games. The division is still theirs, and I think the Pats are fighting for a wild card, which I do think they'll get.
Yeah, fortunately for the Patriots, they're going to have their offense looks good with Mac, Cam backwards. I don't think Miami is going to play that well this year. I think their quarterback is a big question mark, and that's a lot. It would be just like Cam Newton this year. He's a question mark. I also think all the the Deshaun Watson talk, they wanted Miami, that Miami knows that they don't have a quarterback.
Right.
So to me, I don't think Miami's going to win another 10 games. I got them at like 9-7.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I have them too. By the way, here's a fun little fact. So the Patriots and the Dolphin people play Sunday, 4:25 at Gillette Stadium. Only a little bit of excitement heading into that one. You know how long it's been since two Alabama quarterbacks started under center opposite each other in an NFL game?
So it would have to been maybe Richard Todd versus someone. I don't know who. No? Yes?
You son of a bitch. Yes, 38 years. Richard Todd. Very good, Dakota. You do know your football. Give this guy his props. He's got his bona fides. Richard Todd versus Kenny Stabler, 1983 on Monday Night Football, 38 years ago.
Yeah.
How about that shit?
The Snake.
Oh, R.I.P. the Snake. He was a legend.
Yeah.
My boy Georgia Camp's watching. The Bills winning 13. Yeah, and I'm Cindy Lauper. For just one of the boys' references alone, just one of the guys' references. That's a phenomenal. A lot of people some people think that's a good reference. I don't know. That's 11. I don't know about that. Okay, and the second one.
I'm trying to sing a Cindy Lauper song. You even hear me as my
girls just want to have fun, kid. That's what I was going to originally name
this live
stream.
The second song by Cindy Lauper, the Time song.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Go fuck yourself. All right, Patriots over under 9.5. I know it opened at 9. It's up to 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I wasn't a New England Patriot fan, this would have been a 20K bet. But I can't lose money and have a disaster season in the same. So I'm staying away from betting it. But I love the Patriots. I don't see how they don't go over the 9.5. Mac Jones would have to get hurt. And Hoyer would have to be the quarterback.
Don't speak it into existence. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, Captain. I can't do it.
Hey, wouldn't it be something if Jared Stidham is your starting quarterback and leads this team to the playoffs?
Wait, did you already call him Joe Burrows and now you call him Jarrett Stidham?
Stidham. Listen, my English is not that good. You know me. I'm from Braintree, okay? English.
Hey, listen, I'm a Braintree High graduate. There's several respectable womps in this chat right now. There'll be no slander for the following things. Braintree, shitty beer, cheese on pretzels.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. No, I would bang that. I would bang that all day long. The entire. Yeah, here we go. Ready? You want to see how everyone's going? Yeah, come on. LMAO, of course. Lamau. Easy. Over. Smash the over guy. Over. There you go. Now hold on one second. Hold on a second. Who's this right here? AMC. What are you talking about? 9.5. That's tough. Come on now. I have them at 11-6. I originally had them at 12-5. I'm going to do 11-6 just so I can sort of hedge my bets.
Really?
And just 11-6. I got 4 or 5 easy losses or definites on the schedule, and you have to just do one sort of like, what the hell? They're going to happen.
I still have my predictions. We did 3 months ago.
I had 12-5. I've walked it back down to you 11-6. That's a game and a half over 9.5. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't see how they get there. They don't get there. Anyways.
Okay, here we go. Next, all right, let's move on. We got anyone else in the? No, we don't need any more AFC. All right, the AFC South. Who do you see winning the division?
So it's not the Tennessee Titans. I don't care what people say. Tennessee is not going to win that division. I actually thought the Colts were one of the best teams in the AFC last year. Everybody said you're crazy. They were 11-5. I like the Colts to win that division. I think you should fade Tennessee.
I like the Colts to win Sunday against the Seahawks in a surprise, even though I think Carson Wentz is a dipshit. And their wide receiver core has some questions, like a decent defense, amazing offensive line, and Jonathan Taylor is a brick shit house on wheels as RB1. Plus, also Hines is like a better, younger, taller version of James White right now, and you got Marlon Mack. I can't decide between the Titans and the Colts who I think is going to win the division. But in terms of the Colts, I think they're going to sneak into the playoffs. I'm starting to think that the Colts and the Steelers might be both wild card candidates. So over under 9 on the Colts, I'm going to hit that.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars 6.5. I live in a land down under. Come on now.
I'm
Are you
surprised-
serious with that defense? Come on. You want what? Look at the money. Take it, people. Take this money. I want to give you this money.
Yeah.
6.5. Come on.
So high. That's high for that team winning one game last year. 6.5. They'll probably just land right at 5 or 6. But I don't even. There's no way they can win 7.
It's just because of the Texans. And oh, by the way, the Texans are at 4. So do what you will with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we've made our way through. That was the AFC South. We went through the West. We went through the North. We went through the East. We've gone through all 8 divisions, both conferences. Dakota, who do you see in the AFC and the NFC Championship? And give me your Super Bowl.
So I've got Kansas City.
Yep.
Making it out of the AFC, playing against the Washington.
You had a chance. You had a chance.
What?
You had a chance. Like credibility was right here. It was right here. It was like
You'll
it was
see.
like
You'll-
right here. It was in the palm of your hand. It
You'll
was right
see.
there.
Let me
You
tell
could
you
have had it. You could have had it.
one final stat with Washington on the
Okay.
plus differential. They were 7-9 last year. They had a
I'm not going 7-9, dude.
They had a plus 6 point differential. What's that tell you? They were under 500 and they scored more points than they gave up. And
I
that
know,
defense
but-
is better. And they got a real
But that was like the
quarterback.
human third gear with Alex Smith piloting the ship for the final 6 games. Then he wasn't well enough thanks to his calf and the 1,900 surgeries the poor man had on his leg. And then Taylor Heineken started. Listen, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick, how many playoff games has Ryan Fitzpatrick made it to, let alone started?
If listen, doesn't
Same,
matter.
yeah. Same amount that's going to be left in your bank account after that $20,000 Zaven Collins bet. 0.
You know, the funny thing is, Fitzy, okay, if I do lose that 20K, it's all because of Zaven Collins. And if the Patriots goddamn drafted Zaven Collins, there's no way I would have picked Arizona.
You're so in love with this guy. Why didn't you buy a Zaven Collins jersey as opposed to Kyler Murray?
They didn't have any on Fanatics.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, so you have Kansas City coming out of the AFC,
Yeah.
and they're playing the So you have a Kansas City Washington football team Super Bowl,
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
like a scoregami, if you will, of Super Bowl matchups. Okay, mine is mine is Buffalo versus Cleveland in the AFC Championship.
I already determined Cleveland is a nobody this year, Fitzy. Get off the Browns.
Green Bay against Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship, and it's a working class by the lake Super Bowl. Green Bay versus Buffalo. And Aaron Rodgers makes his way to the Jeopardy set, a champion, a miserable fucking champion.
Hey, this guy Shane Roy in the comments said, this guy couldn't pick a Super Bowl if there was only 2 teams in it. I don't know, Fitzy, if that was directed for you or me, okay? But either way, I've got a track record, my friend, okay?
Boo this man.
I've got a track record that I'm either going to be right or I'm going to be wrong. So that's my track record.
That a great way to go about your business. Listen, I'm going to wake up. I'm either going to wake up tomorrow or I'm not. That's my track record, folks. I have a great history of waking up, and one day I'm not, and that's the way it's going to be. There you go, folks. All right. I think we just made the people a lot of money because there's some free, easy, low-hanging fruit bets out there. You know, like under Jacksonville, over Tampa Bay, over Washington football team, under the Ravens now after all their injuries, over the Patriots, over the Bills. There's some and Dakota believes over Kansas City as well. I say under Seattle for a sneaky one as well. He loves over Arizona. Not going to happen. A lot of easy money out there, folks. Find a proxy, drive across the border, depending on where you live. Download DraftKings, download the FanDuel app, do whatever one makes you comfortable. Obviously, play Underdog Fantasy as well. Promo code Fitzy gets you a free $25 to play with up until the 13th. After that, it's a free $10. So please download it. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Play some really fun games like Best Ball, Pick'em, and so much more. Dakota, I hope we can. Let's catch up on this one. We'll be talking a ton during the season. Let's catch up on this stuff about halfway through the season. It's going to be the either Dakota's feeling good about himself or Dakota is sweating through that secret part of his body. Update on the over/under win total.
The good news is, if the Skins at least win the division, I'll make all my money back that I lost on Arizona. So I just need to go 1-1, right? 1-1, and I break.
All you need.
You know?
And by the way, Brian Valancourt says Zeke looks like he's been eating again as the Cowboys take the field. All right, folks, we are 25 minutes away from the NFL kickoff for the 2021 season. Thank you guys for tuning into your old pal Fitzy with a Fitzy and Friends NFL Overs and Unders 2021. Gave you our picks therein. Make your bets, win big. That's Zaven Collins' #1 stand. The Zaven Collins stand, your old pal at Dakota Happus, fantasyspin.com, swingjuice.com. What's your 40% off promo code, Dakota?
Dakota40. So if you guys want to go to my site, swingjuice.com, I have a golf apparel company, cool polos, activewear, quarter zips, hoodies, hats, whatever you guys want. 40% off anything because you follow me, you follow Fitzy. Anybody that sees this, you can use it. Dakota40, 40% off at swingjuice.com.
Attaboy. All right, that's great. We'll be back in touch soon, you guys. I'll be down the stadium Sunday. I hope to see you guys. Keep in touch at FitzyGFY all weekend long for lots of inappropriate in-game commentary, analysis, and so much more. I'll talk to you tomorrow, 2 to 6 on MF on WEEI, and Saturday with Mego 1 to 4 on WEEI as well. Pat's Cast returns Monday on the Patriots official Facebook page. That's facebook.com/New England Patriots. Look forward to talking to you every and any which way I possibly can. Until then, enjoy the kickoff. Good luck, Tampa Bay. Take care, eat well, drink up, go Pats, and God bless Dakota for 8.5 on the over for the Arizona Cardinals. See you, everybody.